back to the mix, everyone. I'm Lauren. That's Elardo.
Sup?
This is the show where we discuss movies, TV shows, and video games that you should mix into your entertainment.
The mix.
The mix. Yeah. Today we're gonna talk about Leaving Neverland, Captain Marvel,
Woo woo.
Fire Festival,
Yeah.
Documentaries. Well, there's two. We're gonna talk about that. The Game of Thrones trailer, One Tree Hill, Battlefield 5, and other things. But first, the polls from last week that we had. Did Green Book win Best Picture because no one knew about it? 55% said yes. So what does that mean? Okay, well, so next year we'll have to
Well, that's why
go
it
back
won.
to your theory.
Yeah.
And didn't you say it won, or it got more money now? So
Yeah,
that,
it made a shitload of money.
yeah, even more, because no one knew about that shit before it won.
Mm-hmm.
Who is better as God? Whoopi Goldberg, Morgan Freeman, or God? 57% said Morgan Freeman.
Oh, I thought God would win.
You know, over real God. Should T-Pain stop using autotune? 71% said yes. But he proved his point already. He's just gonna keep doing it.
Yep.
Good for him, I guess. Which one of Elardo's top 5 places would you want to visit most? 54% said Australia.
Yeah, that's like the most exotic one. That's why.
Yeah. Which one of my top 5 places would you want to visit most? Miami/Disney World, 46%. Everyone loves Disney World. It's a fun place. Gonna go through these quickly because there's a lot of them. Is Fortnite dying or dead?
Damn.
59% said dying.
Oh, okay. So they're still giving it a chance.
There was an option of neither, and only
Oh.
15% said neither.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah. Should Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper be together? 47% said yes.
That was a close one.
Yeah. Too bad Bradley Cooper's married.
Mm-hmm.
Do you say niche or niche when you see the word niche? See, I say niche, so like N-I-C-H-E. You know that word?
Mm-hmm.
Well, 67% said niche. I brought it up because in one of my classes, one of the people said niche. And I was
Really?
like, ooh. Do people actually say that? He said it multiple times too. I was like, do people say niche? Anyway, yeah. When someone says not to do something, do you listen or do you do what they specifically told you not to do because they didn't give you a reason?
I
That sounds like a mini rant right
I do what they. No, actually, I listen.
64% said listen and trust them. 36% said do the opposite.
I never do the opposite.
Oh,
But I got the messenger split one for me.
yeah,
So.
because you did the opposite. Those are the polls. So, now, we watched Leaving Neverland this week. It's the HBO doc on Michael Jackson, a couple of accusers of him, or of him being a sexual predator. It was 4 hours long, 2-parter. It did not have to be 4 hours in my opinion, because we were getting kind of bored at parts, I would say. I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah, it got kind of boring at some parts too. Like, I guess because it's to build up to the big stuff, like to learn more about them and like the context that they're in.
Yeah.
But it does get kind of boring.
Yeah, I feel like some of it could have got cut out. Because, I don't know.
Because it shouldn't be boring. It's, it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be really interesting the whole time, but yeah, they kind of lost me at parts. Do you think he did it?
Very controversial. But yeah, I think he did.
Most people, well, on social media anyway, would say that they don't believe it.
Yeah.
But I think he did it too, because, well, you were saying like, do you think it's bullshit because you love Michael Jackson or because you really believe that he couldn't have done that?
Like, that's the whole. Well, yeah, I also said that. It's like that's the whole point of the documentary, not about like the sexual. It's about sexual abuse, but like also like the power, like fame can.
Yeah, because he was a huge star.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, like even in the documentary, somebody said we don't have somebody like that right now.
Yeah.
Like that, they're like that powerful just for being a celebrity.
Yeah, and then it was like really detailed. Like they had details, the accusers, and I was like, can you make that up? I don't know. And I wasn't for sure like on one side until they had this little part. I don't know why it wasn't more of a big deal, but they showed like, oh, the chauffeur said he drove Michael Jackson to a boy's house 30 days in a row, and the maid found a closet with pictures and videos of children. It's like I wanted people that actually like worked with him to come out and say something, and yeah, that was pretty important to me. And there were a lot of boy accusers. I mean,
yeah. And also, what convinced me too was the family. Like, it doesn't just affect the people who got abused. It affects the family. And when they got the mom talking and the sister and the brother talking, and it's like, yeah.
But yeah, if you want, it's on HBO right now. If you haven't seen it, you should, and form your own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else to close on for that?
Yeah, one of the criticisms is that it's one-sided.
Oh, that's right.
But, like, it kind of has to be, because what is the other side going to say? They're just going to say, like, they're bullshit, they're full of shit, they're not telling the truth, but, like, it's kind of, can't really have that in this documentary. It has to be one-sided.
Did anyone complain that the R. Kelly doc was one-sided?
Yeah. I don't know.
Just saying. Anyway, moving on. We watched Captain Marvel yesterday.
Yeah.
Opening weekend. We had to sit in like the front part, but that's okay. We still had a decent view. So we're gonna do a non-spoiler review, and then we're gonna let you guys know when we're gonna do spoilers. So our producer here, Killy, can leave, so we don't spoil it for him, and we'll just do that part really quick. So we're gonna do a non-spoiler part, and then we're gonna do a spoiler part.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so non-spoilers without spoiling the movie.
Yeah, you've been pretty bad about this. Or me.
we're working on it, but we're gonna try. Okay, what did you think?
It was a pretty standard Marvel movie, like for like an origin story.
Yeah.
So like it was like, well, like what you expect is what you get, and so if you're a Marvel fan, you're gonna like it.
Well, it's funnier than I thought it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Because usually, I don't know.
That's like standard Marvel though.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't expect to laugh that much. What'd you think of the Samuel L. Jackson, like how he looked?
Yeah, that was really good. I'm pretty sure they did both, like CG and makeup and stuff, but he looked really good for most of the scenes because he has a lot of screen time too.
Yeah.
It looked pretty good for most of the time. Like it never felt like, or usually most of the time it was like it never bothered me and didn't take me out of it.
The only thing was when he was like running for me. Like you could kind of tell he had that old man run. But that was the only thing. The fight scenes were awesome.
Yeah.
It's like typical Marvel action.
It might have been because we were up close, but some scenes I couldn't tell what was going on. But then they would cut away to another shot, and then I could see more clearly. But yeah.
Yeah, the fight scenes were awesome. But I would say you don't have to see it. It's not a must-see in theaters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people said it's just set up for Endgame.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you don't have to wait. I mean, you don't have to go see it right now. You could wait until it's out on like DVD or whatever.
Or on Disney Plus. It's gonna be on Disney Plus.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. Spoiler portion.
Or actually, we
what?
could talk about Brie Larson.
Oh.
Her performance.
Oh, I thought she was good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because we're saying that some of her quips, and that's a usual for Marvel, is their quips. Some of her quips didn't land.
Yeah.
Some of them I didn't feel too good about.
Yeah, there was one cringe part where she was trying to do some quips and it's like, ooh.
Yeah. But then there were others that were pretty good though.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, that's true.
So, yeah. And she can hold her own against, I think, like in an ensemble with the other Avengers. Like she'd be able to like.
Yeah, and you. Like, yeah. Well, I think she's gonna be a huge part of Endgame, right? Mm-hmm. She has to be.
Spoiler time.
Yeah, spoiler time.
Okay, I'm out of here.
We need the nuclear bomb sound.
Yeah,
spoilers.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Or Modern Warfare 2. I was gonna get back in. That's okay. Alright. Let's just go.
We'll worry about it later. Yeah. Okay, so spoilers. Okay, now spoilers start now. So skip through this if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
If you have seen it, we're gonna talk about it. So, what did you think of the whole movie? Oh well, what stood out to you?
I like that. Usually, movies nowadays would do like a both. So there's a war going on against the Kree and the Skrulls, and most movies nowadays would be like, oh, there's no good guys or no bad guys. But this movie doesn't care and it just chose one side and it chose to do the other side that you thought was the bad guys.
Yeah.
And I really liked the leader. He seemed like a chill guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had a lot of laughs too. He was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, the Skrull.
The,
Yeah.
Talos or something like that.
And the cat. Ooh.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
the Flurkin. Oh, and you were mentioning Young Avengers.
Oh yeah,
thing.
so
Do you wanna-
there's rumors of that they're setting up a Young Avengers movie. Like they're gonna have Ant-Man's daughter, have her older, and then so I feel like this movie kind of also set up that with
they had the
Captain Marvel's
I
friends
forgot her name. It was like
had a
Maria,
daughter.
Maria something.
Yeah. Oh, Monica is the daughter's name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like this was set in the 90s. So
Mhm.
if we're doing present day, she's probably like in her 20s. Oh no, she might be kind of old actually. But they could still do Young Avengers with her.
How would they do that though? Because, well, like, is this like far in the future they're doing Young Avengers? 'Cause-
Young Avengers?
Yeah.
I don't know. Depends what happens after Endgame. Honestly, yeah. And they're also setting up stuff with Ronan too, the bad guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah,
he's like, we'll come back for the
we'll come
woman."
back for the weapon.
Yeah. And like, well, he's dead, so
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
So the next Captain Marvel movie. Well, yeah, like could be in like the 2000s.
Oh yeah, we're saying that too. Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
in the 2000s,
Yeah.
where she just destroys the Kree, probably maybe.
And in credit scenes, there was two of them.
Oh yeah.
One was
Pretty much, I feel like that's a scene from Endgame. They just plucked it out of Endgame and put it in the end
Yeah.
credit scene.
it was just yeah. You guys watch. I mean, if you're really listening to this, you watch the movie. So, they're setting up Endgame. When is
Yeah.
Endgame supposed to come out? Do you know?
April something.
Oh my goodness, that's not that far
around
away.
the same time as Game of Thrones.
Woo! So yeah, there's so much ammo for this podcast. It's awesome. Anything else you want to spoil for Captain Marvel?
That's about most of it. I like the 90s references.
Oh, and I didn't. In the beginning of the movie, I was like, "Oh, that's so lame! Like she only has fists," and
Oh yeah.
then she took the thing out at the end, and then her whole
Yeah, she
body.
unlocked her
I was
true
like,
powers.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because like they set her up to. They said like
Yeah, they set her up to be like super fucking. Super powerful.
she's like the strongest in the
Yeah.
MCU.
And then-
yeah, Kevin Feige
And
said.
then in the beginning, she's only using her fists, and I was like, "What? That's it?" And then yeah, at the end, she was unleashed,
Yeah.
and it was pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I like that. At the end, it was pretty funny when the guy was like, "You can like," he was challenging her to fight her
Oh yeah.
to like no powers.
Yeah,
and
'cause
then
he knew he was gonna
movies
get
would
messed.
do that. Where like, oh yeah, she'll fight him with no
Yeah.
powers and win. No, she didn't. She didn't give. She didn't give a shit. That was pretty funny.
Well, he was spared too, so do you
Yeah.
think he's coming back, right?
Yeah, yeah, most likely.
Has to. Skrulls.
He doesn't seem. Oh no, he was a bad dude. He straight up killed that one scroll, that nice one.
Yeah. Oh, that's the science guy. You're
Yeah.
my science guy.
How do you not know this or something like that?
In orbit, really? Yeah, and then he got sacrificed like right after that.
Mhm.
So unfortunate.
Should have seen that coming.
Yeah. Oh, should we get Killy back in here?
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Gotta get our producer back in here.
We're back.
No.
Yes. We also separately watched the Fire Festival documentary on Netflix.
Uh huh.
And there's also another Fire Festival documentary on Hulu that came out around the same time. I don't know why. Do you know why? I don't know
So what
why.
happened was, I guess Hulu knew about Netflix's, and nobody knew about Hulu's. So Hulu surprise dropped it like 4 days before or something like that.
Oh, so
Yeah.
they're trying to undercut him.
Hulu got the jump on them.
Oh.
Yeah.
The big place.
That's
But I still didn't watch.
dirty.
I still didn't watch the Hulu.
Yeah, I
one.
didn't watch the
I don't think the Hulu one was marketed either. They just dropped it. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So did they even get anything?
They probably did in those 4 days.
Yeah. Okay, well, what do you think of the Netflix one that we actually watched?
Well, the reason I watched it was because of the director. I like the director,
Mm.
and he directed the Jim Carrey documentary. Like Jim Carrey he acted in this movie, and he like full on like went balls to the wall and like acted as the person he was doing or whatever. I forget. But so yeah, that's why I watched the documentary, and Yeah, I thought it was interesting. For like,
Yeah, it was good. I pretty much was engaged the whole time. I was wondering why Ja Rule didn't get punished
yeah,
the same way the other guy
yeah,
did.
that phone call.
Because I thought, yeah,
At the
he was
end.
like, we didn't do anything
Yeah.
wrong, It's just a mistake.
Yeah, it's not fraud. It's like I forget what he said. Like everybody on Twitter like was like
Yeah.
trashing him about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a month ago.
I just want to know why nothing happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, maybe we should have researched that and told everybody on the podcast instead of asking the question, but that's okay. We can all wonder together.
Yeah.
Moving on. TV. Game of Thrones trailer. It dropped the same day as our 5th episode dropped. So we know that you weren't paying attention to the trailer, you were watching our episode. Right?
Yep.
Right? You better have been. Arya Stark.
Arya Stark.
Arya Stark.
She can't say her own name.
Yeah. Yeah, go back and watch all the clips of her saying her own name. Arya Stark.
Arya Stark.
So what, do you have any predictions for this final season? What do you think's going to happen?
Well, I don't know what's gonna happen. I actively looked for spoilers, but when they said in an interview they said episode 3 is gonna be the hugest fight in like cinematic history, like hugest battle in cinematic history, and I'm not looking for spoilers anymore. That episode's gonna be freaking crazy.
I just come across some stuff, but I think that the best way that they could end it is just everybody dying, and the White Walkers take over. I don't know. Well, I don't know. There's a few things they could do, but I think that that's the most likely thing, based on what I've read and stuff. Like with you said.
Oh yeah, I want Jaime to kill the Night King because that would be like full circle because he's the Kingslayer.
Yeah.
And if he kills the Night King, yeah, that'd be awesome. But I don't know if Jaime's that important enough to do
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was gonna ask. Like, is
Yeah.
he that important? But yeah, I think the most likely scenario is everybody dies. But I think I don't know how if people will be happy about that.
Did you see the character posters of like each character sitting on the throne?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Night King one
Yeah,
is
the
so
Night
badass.
King.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, a theory that I read was that to get weapons, they burn down the throne, but I don't think that'll happen.
Because it's made of
dragon
Valyrian
glass, yeah.
Oh,
Or yeah. Well, it's
am I
like
getting confused?
no.
Was
It's
that
like
right?
the same. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, I don't think that would happen because, yeah, I don't want somebody to be on the throne at the end because then what's the point if it's just. So like if you keep for the whole history of Westeros, there's been somebody on the throne, right?
Yeah.
So like I think the best way to end the series is if
Nobody.
if you just get rid of the throne, or
Yeah.
everybody dies. So
All right, we're gonna move on from the dark world of Game of Thrones into the world of One Tree Hill, which is like the complete opposite of Game of Thrones.
I don't know the
In
drama,
every way.
The drama's juicy.
No. No, just to be clear, I wouldn't recommend this show to anybody.
One Tree Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
It's like,
Apparently, Elardo would.
well, yeah. I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, then go ahead.
Lucas and Nathan Scott.
Oh my god. Okay, so before we start this 1 minute, recap what you said last week. Like,
Okay, so I think as far as I got was, Peyton and Nathan broke up,
okay,
and so Lucas and Peyton, they kind of hint at a thing. They're not together yet, but they kind of like each other. And then Nathan and Haley are tutoring together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the main characters are Nathan and Lucas, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is kind of hard to keep up if you're not actually watching the show, because there's a lot of characters, and I get confused.
Yeah, like
sometimes
Game of
when you're
Thrones.
trying to explain. Okay.
Instead of Westeros, it's Tree Hill.
Oh.
Or was it
jeez.
One Tree?
I don't know. Okay, you have that 1 minute.
Got the 1 minute ready.
All right.
I am ready this time.
Okay.
Oh, he's ready this time.
Of course,
Right.
always.
Ready?
I just can't care about the minute.
Go.
Alright, so where I leave off, Lucas and Peyton, so they kind of hit at a thing together. Like the show's like, they're not together, but they know they like each other. So what happens is, Lucas and Peyton, they make out, and they want each other. But then Lucas is like, I want all of you. I want you. And then Peyton's like, oh, why'd you have to make it like this? That's not what I wanted. Why didn't you just leave it? So Peyton doesn't want him like that. She just wanted to like have sex with him or something. So it's like, what the hell, Peyton? Are you stupid? So then, okay, well, long story short, Nathan and Haley get together. It becomes more than just the tutoring, you know. They end up like dating and stuff, which is pretty awesome. And then, so like real off of like Lucas, I guess, Peyton and her friend Brooke go to like
15 seconds.
What? Okay, I can't. Oh, what the hell? Like, no, I said nothing.
You explained like half a
I
scene.
thought I was doing so good. I thought I at least had like 30 seconds right there.
There's our tie for One Tree
I
Hill.
thought I was doing so good.
In that 1 minute, I completely like did not listen to what you were saying. That's why we can only have 1 minute of this kind of content. Because
I didn't even get to the juicy part. I just introduced Brooke.
Well, the point is that you're supposed to move along to the juicy part right away. That's why we
I thought I was doing so good.
You lost me, man.
I think you explained like half a scene.
Give me another fucking minute.
All right, well, we'll be back next week if you're here for the One Tree Hill content, which I don't know why you would
seconds,
be.
my heart just exploded.
There's so much better stuff that we talk about. Anyway, moving on.
Well, it's all on Hulu. 9 seasons. There you go.
Yeah, if you want to keep up with what he's saying, watch it on Hulu. 9 seasons. But honestly, in my opinion, don't. There's just better stuff to watch.
I think you can watch the whole series before Elardo recaps the whole series.
I know.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Moving on to video games, we haven't been, to be honest with you guys, we haven't been playing much video games lately.
It's probably a good thing, but...
Yeah, it is definitely a good thing because it takes a lot of time. But we do have this news about Battlefield 5, how their Battle Royale got leaked.
Mm-hmm.
But even though their game, you want to talk about?
Yeah, their game got released in like October or November.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't worry guys, we have Battle Royale and it's coming in March. But then it's like, who the hell's gonna play your game in like
who's
5
playing
months?
Battlefield 5 right now.
Not only that, Apex Legends got released.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
And they're from the same company too, so like they kind of just got messed up. Yeah, EA. I don't know.
Disgusting. Anyway, okay. Polls for this week. Did Michael Jackson do it? You know, it.
Do you fight wars or end them?
Oh, yep. Captain Marvel. Do you fight wars or do you end them?
I'm gonna end it.
She never actually said that in the.
Yeah, she doesn't. Oh, well, there's your. Oh,
It's not a spoiler.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
not
Come
that.
on.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, it's not.
No,
She just didn't say that.
Like the whole time they're like hinting at it too, like
They
what
kept-
did she always say? We don't fight wars, we end them.
Yeah, I said that a lot in the movie, but in like different ways, so
Yeah.
that you couldn't.
But then they never say the line in the trailer from the trailer.
Yeah. Should Ja Rule go to jail?
Mm.
I know, these are kind of serious, honey. Is her name Arya Stark or Arya Stark?
Arya Stark.
Biggest one I want to know is if people think that MJ actually did it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel weird you guys haven't talked about Massacre once this week?
Oh yeah,
A
we
little.
haven't. Yeah, it's a little.
Well, we talked
weird.
about. No, you didn't talk about T-Pain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's over, so.
Yeah. Oh, we did talk about T-Pain in the last week's polls.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, we don't. We'll probably add some polls later, but that's all the polls I got right now. So if you want to vote in the polls, follow us on Twitter at Mixed Podcasting for polls from the episode and polls throughout the week. That will be on next week's episode. We're gonna close the episode here with some recommendations for you guys. Do you want to go first?
I don't have any. I totally forgot. Well, okay, no, I do. So, we watched, in my class, we watched Inside Out for some reason. And the last time I watched that movie was when it came out. And that was like before college. So I thought it was just like a okay movie. But watching it again in college and knowing more about movies and stuff, it was actually really good. So if you watched any Pixar movies before, or if you've ever watched a Pixar movie since your childhood, I feel like you should watch it again. And you'll be surprised with your new, developed and grown mind.
All right. Well, I'm gonna recommend Crashing on HBO. It's a TV series. So it's starring Pete Holmes. He wrote it with Judd Apatow. So it's basically, what was that other show that you said that was like it? Marvelous
Mrs. Maisel, but not really. Like
really?
when the more you watched it, it's like it's very different.
Okay, well, it's following Pete Holmes, and it's like his struggle to become a comedian. His wife in the show like cheated on him with this guy, and it frees him kind of to follow his dream to be a comedian. And
that's about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's like Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, that's like what happens in the pilot. But that's it. From there, it's very different.
Yeah, and they have a lot of cameos from different comedians that are all hilarious. And it's 3 seasons on HBO. It just ended. It
just got
canceled.
I don't like the word canceled because it's like, but I think that's what happened.
I'm gonna say it just ended.
Okay, cool.
3 seasons. Yeah, it ends 3 seasons on HBO. It's really good. I would highly recommend it. I was very interested, and it's a really funny show. Yeah. So highly recommend.
Good for Pete Holmes.
Oh yeah.
Because he was just like he was big on YouTube, but that's about it, right?
Yeah, I know. I listened to his podcast.
I don't know.
You Made It Weird with Pete Holmes. He like interviews comedians, and he's like, yeah. So I like his podcast too. But yeah, good for him. So as we said earlier, follow us on Twitter @MixedPodcasting to vote in the polls. Also, follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook @MixedPodcasting to see clips of our best segments and other exciting bonus content. If you want more of this podcast, we are currently on 9 platforms, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Please subscribe, rate us, follow us, whatever. All that stuff, wherever you listen. We greatly appreciate it. Seriously, we do. We do, right? Do you?
Always.
Oh, yeah. We also upload a video version of this podcast on YouTube. Our channel is The Gymongous People. Please subscribe and leave us a like if you enjoyed the video version. And also feel free to check out our short films and other non-podcast related content on there. Elardo's last word. This is a new thing we're gonna try. So basically, whatever we talked about on the episode, I'm gonna give Elardo a topic and tell him to give a last one word about it. We're gonna try it, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Elardo's last word on Captain Marvel. See, it has to be quick. If you pause, then it doesn't work.
Well, my brain went straight to feminism because of what happened online and stuff.
Woman power. Yeah.
One word?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can hyphenate that. Right?
All right, woman power.
Yeah.
Feminism.
All right. That's it for us this week. We'll see you guys next week on The Mix.
See ya.